Hi guys, welcome to the Perseverance Software Training Institute. I'm Sai Charan. All right, so in this Kubernetes series, right? So let's now understand what is kube control, which is pretty important to understand, definitely, right? All right, let's understand this. See, basically, we have master node with required worker nodes and all. This is what the Kubernetes architecture is, and this complete architecture, what we call, basically we call K8s cluster, right? So to talk to cluster, you already know that API server will basically receive instructions from the external users, like maybe Kubernetes admins, Kubernetes engineers, Kubernetes users and all, and accept the instructions and ensure that particular work is executed according to the requirement. All right, so and all the required actions, right? So how the user, I mean, you can consider engineers, Kubernetes engineers, how they talk to cluster. I mean, ideally we know that we talk to API server, but how they talk to cluster. So we need a CLI tool, that is nothing but our kube control. All right, so what is CLI? Command line interface. So to talk to Kubernetes cluster, Kubernetes have given a CLI which is kubectl. We can call it as kube control or kubectl, anything as per your comfort, right? So this CLI helps us to talk to Kubernetes cluster. All right. So this is one thing, and there is one more thing which is nothing but manifest. So we have seen what is kubectl, right? So let us put this on top here. So you understand, okay, this is a CLI tool, right, to talk to Kubernetes cluster. So we are clear here, right? So we talk to Kubernetes cluster. We should communicate Kubernetes what to do, maybe what to deploy if we talk technically. Okay, so we have seen a pod. Okay, deploy a pod. So how to communicate it, right? So we we can communicate to Kubernetes, via manifest. So we talk to Kubernetes using kubectl. So to kubectl we need to, you know pass on manifest, right? uh, to perform some action. All right, so now we have two things here. One is kubectl, other one is manifest. So just understand that kubectl is a tool to talk to cluster, but what all needs to be done, we should tell somewhere, right? That somewhere is nothing but manifest. We call it Kubernetes manifest. So manifest is nothing but it's a file, right, which is written in YAML. What is YAML? Just one second. Yeah, file which is written in YAML. You can, denote YAML as YAML or YML. It's a language, see, which is very simple, which looks like this. Let me show you, which looks like this, which is a key value, formatted language, right? With indentations. Indentations are nothing but spaces. If you see here, we have some space. Here we have some space. Here we have some space. We have a lot of spaces, right? All right, so where we need to put space, everything we will understand. Yeah, so but before that, just understand that kube control is a tool to talk to Kubernetes cluster, and we talk to Kubernetes cluster via kubectl and tell Kubernetes to perform some actions. So all the actions and requirements are drafted inside a file. That file we call as manifest, and it is developed, using YAML language. Okay, YAML or YML. All right, so maybe for example, if you want to deploy a pod, you can write a file something like pod.yaml or pod dot I mean pod.yml or YAML. So both works the same, right, way, and within which you draft the code. You write the code something like this, which is a manifest now. All right, so if you see here, nginx-pod is a file name and with an extension .yml. So this is our Kubernetes manifest now, right? We can put YML or YAML. All right. Fine guys, so this is all about kubectl and manifest. So basically, before we end this, we should understand, we got it, what is kubectl, what is manifest, and what is YAML. So we also understand what's there inside manifest. So we have these four main sections. One is API version, kind, metadata, and spec is nothing but specifications. All right, fine. API version is nothing but we have a version. Let me show you here now. So this is a pod manifest. If you see, API version is v1. All right, so API version is key, v1 is value. All right, fine. So all the required objects, we have many objects, like pods is one object, a replica set is another object, deployment is another, services are another. We'll get back to all of this, but you just know what is a pod now, right? So if pod is an object, so this will be grouped within a API, within a group, and that group have a version, API version. So we need to use that version. You have all this documented on Kubernetes documentation. All right, fine. The link will be shared in the description of this video. Okay, for Kubernetes documentation. So you can check out there. So then you have kind. Kind is nothing but your object, type of the object you want to deploy. I want to deploy pod object now. So it should be pod now. So something like this now. So pod, correct? Now metadata. Metadata is nothing but it is all about data about your pod. What is the name of the pod and what are the labels? So labels is something important. This will be covered later, but for now, just understand labels are nothing but some kind of tags to your object. All right. So for example, pod is one object. We have another object in future. We'll have that in future, right? If this object wants to talk to this particular pod, or uh, in fact, rather than talking, so linking these two objects, right? We can link something called as labels and selectors, that will be covered later. So here you have something like labels. So just understand for now, for this particular pod object, we are attaching some tags. So under label section, so you can have anything here. So we have something like app nginx step. All right, so API version, you got it, right? Kind, type of your object, which is pod. Metadata is all about your details of your pod, name of your pod, and labels, which you can assign. You can assign anything, maybe, you know, you can assign any number of labels, and you can assign anything according to requirement. So you can assign maybe custom colon space um, pod, that is also a label, something, anything you need, right? Then what is spec is all about specifications of your pod. So how many containers will run here, what is the name of the container, what is the image the container uses, what are all the ports the container uses, right? All about that, right? So we'll deploy this in next video, but for now just understand what is kube control. You got it, right? What is manifest, what is YAML, and what is all this four sections, right? Manifest sections, right? Manifest sections. So API version, kind, metadata, and spec. All right, fine guys, so this is the target for this video. So let's get connect in the next session, right, where we deploy our first pod.